Okay, and we are live here on YouTube for the Geico 500 here. Gonna be getting ready for the NASCAR Cup Series Geico 500. Hopefully you guys are excited. Wow, we got 8 people already in here. One of the highest views early on a stream. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in early. Also, major thanks to the 5 people who have already gone and voted on the pre-race poll. I'm going to put this one up as a way to also let you guys know about the penalty update from this morning. No other cars that I know of are going to the rear of the field due to unapproved adjustments, but the 5 of Kyle Larson, who was not allowed to qualify yesterday after an unapproved adjustment on their way from tech inspection out to the grid to go qualify the car, they also are now being... they have had an extra crew member ejected in addition to losing crew chief, tire changer, and tire carrier from the tire coming off last week. They now lost, I believe it's car chief off that car as well, and now are looking like they're going to be they're going to have to do a pass-through penalty on lap 1 to go and appease the penalty, and we will have to wait and see how this all unfolds. But yeah, that is going to basically trap Kyle Larson a lap down for the start of this race, because after he does the pass-through, he will have no drafting help, while the rest of the field just rockets around in a big, what is it, 37 car pack or something like that. So, yeah, that is going to put him behind the 8 ball significantly as we get ready for the start of this race. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this one up. And let's see, yeah, 37 cars will be on the lead lap, and Kyle Larson will be absolutely at the very end of his ability trying to run them down. But, yeah, definitely excited, though. We got Michael McDowell starting up on the pole position. Always a cool one to see. Hey, Dennis, how's it going? It'd be a good race. You think Larson will win? Well, I mean, it's definitely possible, especially if he gets an early caution to get that lap back. But, as I say, it is going to be a tough one if he doesn't get an early caution. Let's say BJ McLeod ends up going a lap down early. Yeah, although I will say BJ McLeod actually looked competent in his other start this year. So, as I say, maybe guys like BJ McLeod will be able to stay on the lead lap, and that'll help Larson towards at least maybe getting a free pass if we do get an early caution. And I believe we might be getting a comp caution because of the rain this morning. There's been quite a bit of rain, but again, everything looks clear for the race today. We got about a little under 5.5 minutes to the command to start the engine. So, all right, we are just chilling. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Larson's like here is usually pretty rough. Plus, he's starting basically a lap down. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Larson's gonna be starting basically a lap down. And yeah, he does not typically get the best of luck when it comes to avoiding wrecks and not becoming part of collateral damage at this track. Now, the good thing for him is that he doesn't have to be in the fight, again, unless there's another car that ends up a lap down early on. He shouldn't need to go and put himself in position to potentially get himself wrecked. He can play it safe, because theoretically, at least early on, he'll be the only driver who's short on or who's lap down and will need to get the caution flag. So theoretically, that should hopefully open up some opportunities for him to play it safer in the draft, because odds of him being able to hold on to that lead lap by himself, especially where he doesn't have teammates at the front of the field, because the highest qualified Hendrick Motorsports car was Chase Elliott in the number 9 spot. That was your only Hendrick car starting inside the top 10. Let's see, where are the other 3 Hendrick cars starting? As we said, Elliott 9th, Bowman 12th, Byron 13th. It's not like they're falling. It's not like they're starting terribly far back for those three, but they aren't the front. They aren't going to be able to control that front of the field too easily unless something miraculous happens on the restart or on the initial start of the race that allows Michael McDowell, Gilliland, Cindric, Logano not to be able to link up. Doesn't allow the two RCR cars starting 4th and 5th to be able to link up. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunities for teammates to get linked up and control the front of the field, which will be the hard thing for, again, Larson trying to hold them off. So, again, you got the two front row Motorsports cars starting lined up on each other's bumpers. You got Logano and Cindric both up in the top 10 starting, and then you've got both the RCR up in the top 5. And so then you got a bit more spread out when you look at some of the other teammates, like Ryan Preece back in 11th is the highest qualified of the Stewart-Haas contenders. Then you've got guys like Bubba, who's back in 14th place. You got a really stacked field here. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 16, running 17th place, or starting in 17th place at least. Blaney coming from mid-pack, so was Brad Keselowski. So yeah, that's a pretty stacked field if you look a little further back and look at all the drivers coming from that midfield. Alright, well, here we go. Should be getting ready for the command to start the engines as everybody's pulling on their helmets and everybody's already climbed into their cars, so here we go. So, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, Mike Joy, the classic Cup booth at this point. Here we go. Alright, so we got 8 people hanging out in chat. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic day. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. We've been at this for we've been at this all season long, and we're hoping to keep this going. I may be a little late for Dover, for Dover's Cup race on Saturday, as it will be a very early race at 2 p.m. So I might be running a little bit late for that, but I will be doing it, so don't you worry about that one. And I won't be home for the Xfinity race. There won't be an Xfinity broadcast. Alright, there we go. Engines are fired, and we are ready to go. So, let me know who you guys think is going to win. Gonna leave the Larson poll up for just a little bit longer for anyone who hasn't gone and voted on that yet. Basically, whether or not we think Larson's pass-through penalty will, where we think that will land him now that he's got to race his way through, not just starting at the rear of the field, but actually starting basically a lap down. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of waiting for the cars to start rolling. They're getting the window nets put up, and here we go. So it looks like we're somewhere between these, either going to top 5 or DNF, or finish inside the top 20. But yeah, that's definitely definitely fits Talladega, the tale of two races. Yeah, you could be up front leading laps at one point, and then all of a sudden one thing goes wrong, and you're suddenly backwards in the fence and or taking flight and flying up into the air. Alright, also quick reminder to go ahead and get your NASCAR fantasy lineups in. I don't know if you guys still have time to go and adjust them or not. Let me go ahead and check by going and seeing if I can adjust my own roster. Alright, there is still time to go and adjust your lineup, so if you guys aren't happy with the way your lineup looks right now, go ahead, feel free to change it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check the top links in the description. We have a NASCAR fantasy league that we do with viewers on the channel to go at, where we go and play every week and see who is the best NASCAR fantasy player here. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Does Twitter have a fun discussion for us? Here we go. Alright, let's see. Come on, there's gotta be something here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, nothing really going on. Oh, actually. Oh, Miami Heat versus Boston. I didn't realize Miami and Boston were playing this afternoon. I thought that was a night game. Alright, well, that's cool. We'll follow along with the NBA, I guess, for a little bit. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we also got IndyCar at Long Beach as well that I want to keep track of, so. Let's see. Timing and scoring for IndyCar. Alright. So there we go. Let's see. They're showing some highlights of some of the big wrecks we've seen in recent years. Yeah, so there's the big wreck that ended up breaking the roll bar on Kyle Larson's car. Then a highlight of a bunch of the Ryan Blaney finishes. Anytime Ryan Blaney wins here, it's pretty much always a photo finish. Speaking of rolling, we are rolling onto the track. Let's go. Alright. Ford has yet to win a race this season. In fact, Ford's last win came how many races ago? Like, alright, let's see. Okay, so Martinsville with Ryan Blaney last October was the last win for Ford, and Ford trails Chevy right now in terms of all-time wins, and I don't think they will get there. Toyota, though, is actually closing in on Plymouth for the lead there. We could see Toyota pass Plymouth for the lead in terms of the races won by those two manufacturers. We're going to go ahead and end the pre-race poll. Looks like we are leaning towards a top 5 finish here for Kyle Larson. We'll have to wait and see if that proves true, but should be a good one here. Let's go ahead and get the poll started for stage 1. So just give me a second, guys. Who will win stage 1? Michael McDowell, Austin Spindrick. And let's go ahead and throw Kyle Busch on here because I'm biased and I don't want to put both Front Row Motorsports cars on here. Similar to yesterday when I didn't put both RCR cars on the poll. I didn't want to put both Front Row Motorsports cars on the poll, so. This is going to be probably a pretty heavy other, I think, on the poll, if I had to guess as to who the votes are going to favor, but here we go. Alright, cars are rolling. They are going through the starting grid, so we will do the same. Oh, let's see. Alright, so as we talked about, Michael McDowell on pole for the first time since Atlanta Motor Speedway, his second career NASCAR Cup Series pole and second of the season. Austin Cindric starting on his outside, a former Daytona, both of them are former Daytona 500 winners in 2021 and 2022 respectively. Todd Gilliland and Kyle Busch make up row number 2, a very fun row 2 there. Then you've got Austin Dillon and Martin Truex Jr. making up row number 3. Austin Dillon having won at a super speedway before. Martin Truex Jr. still looking for that elusive first drafting track win. Then you've got Joey Logano and Chris Buescher, two Ford drivers last year who were red hot at times, and we're just waiting to see which one of them might spark off again. Then you've got Elliott and Christopher Bell rounding out your top 10 in row number 5. Elliott, last week's winner, and Christopher Bell, the driver who's looked like the top Toyota at times, yet is actually currently the lowest of the Joe Gibbs Toyotas in points. You got Ryan Preece and Alex Bowman making up row number 6. Row 7 is William Byron and Bubba Wallace. Row number 8 is Ty Gibbs and Harrison Burton. Shane Van Gisbergen and Tyler Reddick make up row number 9. And row 10 is Daniel Hemrick and John Hunter Nemechek. Row 11, you've got Ryan Blaney and Brad Keselowski, former Penske teammates there. Obviously, Brad Keselowski left to go pursue a race win and a post-driving career by becoming a team owner at Roush Fenway, and he has not seen victory lane since the spring race at this track in 2021. It's been a long time for Brad Keselowski. Could today be his day to end his winless streak? Denny Hamlin and Anthony Alfredo making up row number 12. That is a pretty fun row 12. Dennis the Menace, everybody's villain, especially early on in this season. And you've got Anthony Alfredo, who had a very promising run in the Xfinity Series yesterday. Now he's got a Cup ride today. Suarez and Briscoe making up row number 13. And row 14 will be Justin Haley and Eric Jones. Josh Berry and Zane Smith make up row number 15. Row 16 will be Corey LaJoie and Ross Chastain. Row 17 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and returning NASCAR driver Cody Ware. Like it or not, he is back. Carson Hocevar and Noah Gragson will make up row number 18, and row 19 will be BJ McLeod and Kyle Larson. So that is your full 38 car rundown. Again, reminder, Kyle Larson will be dropping to the rear of the field for this race, so we will definitely be waiting to see how Kyle Larson is able to do with the pit penalty, where he will have to go down pit road on lap 1 here. 7 different winners last 7 races, alright. I didn't know the exact stat, but Talladega has had a knack for producing different winners. Including, I believe it was And say, this track has produced a lot of different winners, despite Ryan Blaney having quite a few wins here in what feels like the recent past, although 2020 and 2019 were both nearly 5 years ago now. Alright, there we go. And let's see, we got 10 people hanging out in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in already. We got ourselves, wow, no votes for Michael McDowell for the stage win yet. We got Austin Spindrick, others obviously doing pretty well, and then at least some votes for Kyle. There we go. And lights are off on the pace car, which means we should be going green this time by. And I'm curious to see how this battle between the 38 and the 34 ends up working out. I've been talking a pretty big game here about these two and the way they'll work together here on this restart. Everybody's got their caps off, waving them, getting ready for a restart. Here we go. Pace car dives for cover, leaving the field in the hands of Austin Cindric and Michael McDowell as they come through the front stretch. And let's see, what's it going to be? It's going to be green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. And let's see what's it going to be. I have 1 out of 188. Let's see. Can Michael McDowell manage to get some help from his teammate here and potentially clear Austin Cindric here? I say Austin Cindric getting a pretty good push here from Kyle Busch. That's going to be a tough one to keep up with, but I would imagine the two Fords on the inside line, especially where their teammates, could have potentially theory crafted an idea as to if they were for restarts, if they were having to end up in the same situation later. Alright, let's see. And as I come through the Geico restart zone, the tri-oval, we're actually making pretty decent progress through the field. Let's see. Kyle Larson coming down for his pit stop penalty here. And Mike McDowell was your race leader at the line by very little margins here. You've got Ross Chastain on the outside of 3, about to be on the outside of 4 wide if he's not careful. And here we go. Again, Kyle Larson, he does exit pit road. He's only about a half lap. In fact, he's a little less than a half lap behind. Alright, let's see. Again, Ryan Blaney right in the middle of the field. That's a fun camera to have. Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you know he's going to try to make something happen here early in this race. But right now it's Cindric versus McDowell at the front of the field. So, Kyle Busch versus Todd Gilliland on the push. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, 3 laps in. And everybody's still double file here through the start of this race. Everybody just kind of minding their P's and Q's up to this point. And, yeah, right now all the 5 wants is that they want there to be a caution that there's minimal damage and refrain from interfering with the other Hendrick cars. Now, the odds of that actually happening are pretty slim. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Bowa is leading a charge on the outside. Alright, so yeah, here we go. We got the 23 of Bubba Wallace trying to make that third lane happen here. So far, you've had 2 different lead changes with 2 different leaders here. Because Cindric was able to nose his face out in front of Mike McDowell there for a moment. Let's see, and there we go. Martin Truex Jr. pops out of line to the top line here. Let's see, can Martin Truex Jr. carry this momentum from his from his manufacturer teammate in the 23 of Bubba Wallace? I don't know if he's going to be able to get enough of a push here. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Martin Truex Jr. has gotten pushed all the way to the front of the field. He could contend for this one. Gonna have to wait and see as they come through the tri-oval this time. Can Michael McDowell hold on to the... Alright, let's see. Again, right now we're just kind of working our way through this one. Everybody's just kind of 3 wide. I mean, it's 3 wide is exciting, but it's 3 wide pace laps. Everybody's pretty well in control. Nobody's on the verge of wrecking, so... Alright, here we go. So, 6 laps in, and here we go. Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace have gone and taken control of the front of the field. I will say, I'm surprised that Mike McDowell was not able to push for a little bit more control over this race. I thought Mike McDowell might have continued to challenge, and here we go. He's going to try and challenge for the lead of the race. And here we go. Daniel Hemrick up into the top 5, trying to get there. Kyle Busch is also trying to get to that top 5. And that inside line appears to be starting to fall quite a bit back here. And there we go. The run from Daniel Hemrick and Ross Chastain on the top line leads to them getting out in front. And now they can control the race and they can move down and block both lanes. Again, this is still not looking very good. I'd love to see a update as to where Kyle Larson is. Where is he at? Is he a lap down officially yet or no? No, Kyle Larson is still hanging on to that lead lap. But here we go. Hemrick and Ross were able to make that big move, but now alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, you got Ross and Hemrick trying to block that bottom lane from Mike McDowell, and that has allowed Corey LaJoie to that outside to the middle line here. Alright, let's see. Again, right now we're just working our way through this one. Definitely a little tired here, but we got ourselves a pretty good race. 3 wide already. I had to go and make a joke about BJ McLeod, didn't I? Of all the drivers I could have mentioned, oh, look, somebody's going to go a lap down. I just had to mention BJ McLeod, and he's now up here fighting for the lead of the race. As they go and get their or they go ahead and get their first commercial break of the day in. I'm going to go ahead and run a commercial myself and go grab a thing of water, and I will be right back, guys. guys worry. I am back, and we have gotten 13 laps in. And the bottom line is starting to prevail here. Hemrick, Chastain, got Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland, all able to get clear here on the inside line. I believe that's Briscoe leading the middle line here. Corey LaJoie actually able to get his nose out in front. And here we go. Kyle Larson, one lap behind the race. He has officially been melded into the pack. Honestly, if I'm Kyle Larson, I'm just get to the middle of the pack. Or get out the middle of the pack. Get right to the back here. So far, Chastain, obviously, the biggest mover. LaJoie up 20 spots, along with like 2 other guys who are up 20 spots or more here early on in the race. Alright, there we go. So they're listening to the Chase Elliott radio. Chase Elliott has now gotten in behind his teammate here. Again, though, at this point in the race, I'm just getting to the back of the pack. If I'm Kyle Larson, I'm the only car one lap down. There's no reason to be in the middle of the pack racing, because you're not going to be able to race your way up to that front right now. And say, if the entire front of the field was all Hendrick, maybe, but even then I'd think it'd be tough to try and earn your lap back here on merit. And you'd still be hoping for a caution, just hang out in the front or way at the back. The only difference there would be that if they end up slapping anybody else. But right now, the entire field is stuck within, like, what, 2 or 3 seconds of each other here? Alright, there we go. Let's see, IndyCar. Are they racing yet? Let's see. And right now you got a whole lot of shuffling around at the front of the field. Chase Briscoe to the lead. Denny Hamlin to second. And that shuffles Michael McDowell a little bit further back. And he is going to be looking to try and get some of that spot back. But yeah, you've got, within a second of the field, you've got the entire field there. So IndyCar has not started yet. Alright, we have not begun that. There we go. We got that all done. And, yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and see. Update on the Celtics game. Oh, Celtics win! Let's go! Celtics beat the Miami Heat. That's game 1 of their series in the playoffs here. Alright, there we go. And we've got Briscoe and Haley at the front of the field. Justin Haley has jumped all the way to the front of the field. Certainly Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland not able to control the front of the field at this track the same way they were at Atlanta, which is obviously a whole lot more narrow. Alright, here we go. Let's see. What do we got? We got Briscoe out and leading that middle line. You've got Truex up to 7th place here, and he's leading that top line. Gonna try and see if he can get something done. Where is Kyle Larson end up? Has he taken my advice and gotten out of the middle of the pack? I don't see him further back, so we'll have to wait and see. And obviously the positioning on the leaderboard won't tell us where he is because he's a lap down. But, yeah, if Justin Haley can go out here and potentially win this race, that'd be interesting at the end of the day. Or even winning a stage would be big for him. Might finally be able to outpoint his teammate, or outpoint the 15 in owner's points, which is at a rotating cast of drivers, mostly Kaz Gralla, but it's had a little bit of a rotation. Riley Herbst at the 500. Today it's Cody Ware. Yeah, along with the both the colleague cars who also haven't beat on owner's points. And speaking of the colleague cars, he's got Daniel Hemrick, the driver who replaced him in the 31 car full time, right behind him. So there we go. Alright, we are a whole lot more prepared now than we were Man, did not realize how much I needed some water. But, yep, we got a commercial break, and I can't, and because it's full screen commercial means I can't see the track, so we'll just have to give you guys a lap by lap update. But if you guys have any topics you want to go ahead and throw out and that you want to talk about, go ahead, and this would be a good time. Let's go ahead and I'm also refreshing to see when IndyCar is starting, because once IndyCar starts, we'll be able to go ahead and flip back and forth between channels for that one. Let's see. I'm assuming is this one really a what channel is the IndyCar race on? Because they got golf on Network NBC. Oh, USA Network. Okay. All right, so we'll flip back and forth. We'll see. Okay, so yep, the Indy cars are, they're still on pit road, but the drivers are in the cars. I don't know if their engines have been fired yet. You got Marcus Ericsson starting fifth. Starting fifth at Long Beach. And again, we will be flipping back over to NASCAR once the commercial break ends. All right. So, how's everybody's day going? We got Colton Herta starting up inside the top 5 as well. He starts 4th. He's your 2021 Long Beach winner, and this season is a big one for him because he is trying to earn F1 eligibility over the next couple of seasons. As Andretti, we believe is going to attempt to try and fight the FIA in court to try and allow them onto the onto the track for the Formula One circuit. And if so, the plan there is to bring Colton Herta as one of the drivers for the Andretti Formula One team. Alright, so there we go. They're getting ready to go to commercial break now that they've fired up the engine. So we will flip back over to NASCAR and see where we're at. And there we go. Just coming back from commercial break. Perfect timing. And 3 wide for the lead. You got Haley on the bottom. Briscoe in the middle. Truex up top. BJ McLeod in the blank, sponsorless 78 car, all the way at the top. Let's go. Again, if he ends up winning this race, I will definitely be eating my words about the about saying that they were a driver that I could see maybe getting lapped here early. Also, definitely starting to eat my words on the whole Front Row Motorsports delusion syndrome that I was talking up a pretty big game for. Although they've maintained, they're only the third car. They're the 4th and 5th car on the inside line with McDowell and Gill, and they've been able to maintain decent track position. We'll just have to wait and see. They've entered the pit window here to potentially pit and make it to the end of the stage. Now, after last night, I don't know. I don't think 60 laps is achievable, especially with the Cup car. But I know that there's definitely some drivers who might consider it possible here. If it is possible, I think it's extremely hard to try and make it 60 laps on fuel. So, yep, the Cup driver's talking about saving fuel at the big super speedway and how important the fuel saving is, more so here than any other track even. Alright, so here we go. Martin Truex Jr. again getting a pretty good push here. Zane Smith up to 4th here with the big push on that top line. He's the 3rd car in the outside line, and he's really looking pretty good here. You know, the biggest thing is we know they can't they can't run this close for this long and not be risking a wreck. So the question is, where and when will that wreck come? And here we go. I say the two of Austin Cindric making his way through that field. He's stuck in the middle right now of 3 wide between the 9 and the 38. He's, at times he's drifted a little forward, at times he's drifted a little further back here. Justin Haley was able to lead 5 laps in the middle of all this, but definitely looks like the top line is starting to win out here with Martin Truex Jr. all the way at the top. Got BJ McLeod second on that top line. Oh, and now that inside line starts to roar back. Alright, they're continuing to ebb and flow through this one. And they continue to absolutely run well. Alright, so let's see again. Right now we're just locked in a 3 wide battle here. And nobody can really take advantage or take control of this one. And I'm saying, it's probably helped by the fact that very few of these guys linked up together are ending up to be teammates. So there's no one team kind of controlling the front of the field. And they go to commercial break again. So we will flip back over to USA Network for the IndyCar race and just see if they are at commercial break as well. If not, we might be able to watch a little bit of IndyCar here. Alright, so they're doing a course breakdown of the Long Beach Street Circuit, a track that supposedly NASCAR could be looking at trying to be on the schedule for. Now, NASCAR was not able to buy any ownership of this weekend, but if they can get themselves at least onto the calendar for it, that'd be big for NASCAR. Alright, so definitely looks like they're going to be getting ready to go green flag racing. I'm going to keep an eye on the NASCAR race, which is still locked in a 3 wide battle here. Briscoe in the middle, Haley on bottom. The light is on this pace car, so I believe they are still going to be running around for another lap or two. And with how long the laps are at Long Beach, it could be we won't get to see the green flag here. And we got a bit of shake up in the running order. BJ McLeod starting to cycle further forward at the line that time. Alright, here we go. So they're still pacing. Wish I had a way to do like picture in picture to keep an eye on one thing. Alright, well, I'm going to flip back over to NASCAR because I believe it's been long enough that we should be done with the commercial break here. I don't know, we still got a commercial break going here. Let's see, settings. Okay, nope, that does not allow us to, yeah, I wish we could do picture in picture. That'd be amazing. But here we go. They're coming back from commercial break now, and we will be getting a chance to see this one. Let's see. Haley, Briscoe, Truex. Everybody's really packed up here, but there we go. The momentum on the top side. That momentum up top is definitely starting to build here for Truex. Kind of surprised we haven't seen Truex try and go down the track at all to maybe block one of those two lanes. I mean, obviously you risk missing out on your on the top spot, but you can at least potentially try and hold up all three lines now. Again, that very rarely will work, but we see drivers try it all the time. But here we go. Let's see again. Briscoe, Haley, these two drivers have yet to be able to break this gridlock between the three of them. And here we go. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Showing the odds-on favorite as Logano. Blaney Keselowski also having a surge in odds. Kind of surprised to see Mike McDowell's odds not looking too hot. I mean, here we go. Briscoe. There we go. Briscoe finally starts making the move. Now we got Ty Gibbs trying to make a move. He gets out of the top line down to the middle line. Briscoe went from the middle to the bottom, to the front of the bottom line here. They are continuing to cycle this one around. Ty Gilliland is now moved out from behind his teammate. The question is, okay, he's up in the middle line now. So a lot of moving and shaking here. Alright, let's see. Again, right now it's a three-wide battle here. Ty Gibbs is trying his absolute best to try and take this win from him. And Mike McDowell considered a long shot for this race. Okay, we'll take it. And we will show this one up. Why is Kyle Larson still in the middle of this pack? I mean, literally a wreck could happen at any moment. And there we go. Martin Truex Jr. did move down in front of his teammates. And in fact, that's now 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars on the inside, or in the middle line, I mean. With the 23 car also in line there. And that leaves BJ McLeod on the top line to try and lead the top line around here. I just don't understand this at this point. Now the real question is, are we going to start to see some of these teams potentially organizing towards a potential of pitting here? Because we know that pit stops will be coming up here eventually. Let's see, who's at the very back of the pack? Logano's pretty far back there. Christopher Bell's hanging quite a ways back. And now Martin Truex Jr. and his teammates starting to get some momentum in that middle line. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, 26 laps to go. Not a whole lot left in this stage. And the question is going to have to come up at some point. These guys are going to need to pit, right? I don't know. I mean, again, 26 laps to go. I think at around 20 to go is when you'd really want to come to pit road. That's as late as you'd realistically want to come. I would have thought somebody would have tried it. I thought some group might have been planning for splitting the stage in half, 30 and 30. But ultimately they opted against it because we're now at lap 36 and nobody is coming to pit road. I was say, fortunately for Larson, it's been a fairly quiet day. He hasn't had any other drivers losing the draft and or a lap here. Is that BJ McLeod leading the lap? That is going to be BJ McLeod coming off turn 4. He's got the high line. He's got the lead. He's going to lead the line here, isn't he? Yep, that is a BJ McLeod leading the lap. There we go. So far, fastest laps of the race were held by Suarez, Briscoe, Byron, and Blaney, 3 of which have not led a lap. Although Suarez and Briscoe are both up in the top 5 right now, so it can't come. Not saying that speed can't come from behind. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Martin Truex Jr. starting to surge back ahead. He's got his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate there, Ty Gibbs, pushing on that bumper, trying to help get him clear. You got the 99 of Suarez in between them and Denny Hamlin. Here we go. So, again, we're just trying to make it to the pit stop. And I don't know what the plan is here. Michael McDowell's moved up to the middle line. So, I mean, I'm assuming that would indicate to me that Mike McDowell and Gillen don't plan on pitting anytime soon, since they've both moved up into that outer line, or into the middle line at least. So here we go. Here comes that push. Chase Elliott to the back bumper of the 78. 78 gonna get his nose out ahead here. So here we go. BJ McLeod giving a really good push here. I say, so far they've been swapping the lead back and forth a ton here. And again, right now they've separated into an inside, outside, and middle lines here. And I am curious to see what ends up happening here. Can somebody break away from this 3 wide? Oh! BJ McLeod into the fence! No! BJ McLeod tags the wall, and that is going to cost him dearly here as he gets out of the groove, and he is going to come straight to pit road. He scrapes the fence. He comes straight down towards the pit wall. Not sure if it's a toe link, just a cautious about a flat tire, or what, because yeah, that was a not great spot to have a caution, although no caution was actually thrown. Alright. Now we got Noah Gragson getting into the mix here. green flag pit stops. Windows open. Here we go. Pit stops are occurring. First 2 pit stops. It's going to be Justin Haley, Chris Y. 14 of Briscoe comes down with just Justin Haley. Why are only those 2 on pit road? I mean, it's beyond time for at least somebody to come to pit road, and I figure you try and coordinate that with all the Fords. And here we go. Now, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson are actually at the front of the field and could potentially try and work this one together. Wow, I gotta see what my lineup looks like. And oh, we got pit stops occurring again. Here's another wave. Looks like a mostly Chevy wave here. You got LaJoy, Suarez, you got the 71, the 1, the 31, the 3, the 99. A lot of drivers starting to come to pit road here. Let's go and check out my fantasy roster here. But, yeah, right now, though, Chase Elliott trying to let his teammate back onto the lead lap, and at the very least, they have now lapped BJ McLeod significantly, so Kyle Larson tailing the lead lap. He is technically a lead lap car right now as we got pit stops occurring. This group appears to be, oh, no! Hamlin slides, and that's going to be, is that going to be caution flag? Caution? He goes for a... And Denny goes for a spin here. Somebody else got caught for a speeding penalty. Did not get a chance to see who it was. But, yeah, that was a very scary moment there as Hamlin goes for a spin down the pit road. Ultimately ends up pulling himself off of the... ends up spinning himself. Almost collects the... whatchamacallit? The 43 of Eric Jones. So we've now had a couple of rounds of stops now, and yeah, here comes the biggest Chevy wave here. You got Larson, you got Elliott, you got Kyle Busch, you got Bubba Wallace, Todd Gilliland, and Michael McDowell jump in this group along with the 21 of Harrison Burton. A couple of other Fords in the mix, but very much a Chevy heavy wave. And speaking of Chevy heavy, Shane Van Gisbergen out in front of the pack at Talladega. And Suarez, too fast entering. Okay, so Suarez was the driver they were probably talking about as too fast entering. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute my Discord because that banging is getting annoying. And I'm sure it's getting annoying for you guys too. And here we go. Here comes another round of pit stops, and this time it's going to be SVG and pretty much everybody else that's actually trying to win this race. Because if you didn't come in one of those first few groups, you're pretty much guaranteed to be struggling here. Alright, let's see. And right now, everybody's coming off pit road, and everybody's going to be trying to form up here. Meanwhile, you got Keselowski, Josh Berry, Reddick, Logano, Jones. Alright, let's see. Again, Kyle Larson at the tail end of the field here. Getting help now that the Hendrick cars have managed to take control of the lead of the race here. 15 laps to go in stage 1. The goal is to try and keep Larson on the lead lap if they can, to try and allow him to try and potentially gain a spot or two on pit road during the yellow flag for the stage. And they go complete full screen caution here with 15 to go, so we will flip over to IndyCar momentarily for a lap or two of IndyCar over at Long Beach. So there we go. They are 14 laps into their 85-lap contest here. Will Power has about a 6.5 second lead. Alright, Ericsson's is an 8-second lead. Alright, let's see. So yeah, riding on board with Will Power, this is definitely an interesting track here. Let's see again. Right now, Will Power is actually doing pretty well at just working his way around here. Again, we're only at IndyCar because NASCAR went to a commercial break. But yeah, right now though, everybody's kind of standing still right where they are. Alright, and we got a spinning crash here in the IndyCar race, number 23, and caution flag flies in the IndyCar race. Oh, sorry, not the number 23, it's the number 20 of Christian Rasmussen. He's around and he's got a broken front wing. So it's going to be a caution flag there in IndyCar. We're going to go flip back over to NASCAR because I think they might be coming back here. We got 10 laps to go. And here we go. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Any MLB going on today as well? Alright, Rays, Yankees playing. White Sox, Phillies. Royals, the Red Sox leading the Pirates. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Nothing really going on over in baseball world. I mean, Red Sox are playing, Yankees are playing, but nothing really to report there outside of the scores. Red Sox leading there, the Yankees leading, unfortunately. And, yeah, let's see. Oh, wow, there's actually a Penske domination line up top. There we go. You got Cindric, Burton, and Blaney all working together on that top line. Alright, here we go. We're going to get to see this spin here from Denny Hamlin again. He tries to get slowed up. And a nice slow spin right into the 43 and takes himself around. So he definitely slowed him in his stop down, but let's see. The question is Kyle Larson gonna be able to handle good enough to return to lead lap, or is he gonna be the free pass? Joe got a speeding penalty. Oh no. Joe Logano with a speeding penalty. He'll have to come back to pit road, and that'll, I say, you'll have to hope for a yellow as well. Alright, let's see. Kyle Larson able to power back out in front here as they take 8 laps to go. 8 more times around. Alright, let's see. Let's see again. Right now, we got another commercial break. This time a side-by-side. With less than 10 laps to go and less than 2 laps since the last full-screen commercial break ended. Alright, definitely looks like Other is winning the category there. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of waiting for commercial break to be over, but so far these Penske cars are fighting pretty well here, trying to hold what is it, 1 lap down or not here? Alright, let's see again. Right now we got 7 laps to go. It'll be 6 on the line this time, and Larson's doing everything he can to try and stay on this lead lap. Alright, here we go. And oh boy, here we go. Lap traffic coming up. Let's see, can Kyle Larson get around the lap cars? So 5 laps to go, come on. Are we really going to miss the entirety of those 2 cars going a lap down? Alright, let's see. Again, right now you're working through 5 laps to go. It'll be 4 to go at the line this time. Alright, let's see. So the other drivers end up going a lap down here, no problem. Alright, let's see. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. Cindric, Elliott, Burton, Byron. Are we going to see a 3rd lane form? Are we going to see anything other than these Penske cars trying to win it from the top line? Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Blaney and Byron and Cindric all have to be thinking about, let's lap the 5 car and try and keep them lapped. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, 3 laps to go. They're starting to form. Here we go. An extra lane is starting to form. Here we go. Here we go. The 3rd line is forming here. Martin Truex Jr. just getting... So here we go. Cindric, Burton. Alright, let's see. Yeah, right now you just got nothing really going on because everybody's just kind of pacing themselves. The third line is all it disappeared. We got one car that goes a lap down here, and now it's 2 laps to go here. Alright, here we go. White flag is out. Can Larson hold on to his lap back here? I think that Alright, let's see again. Right now, Larson's gotten out in front. He could choose to hold up the outside line and help his Hendrick teammates here across the line. He just let himself go a lap down. Are you kidding me? I mean, it'll help whoever's a lap down won't get the free pass. But here we go. Cindric, your Stage 1 winner. Alright, here we go. So Austin Cindric ended up stealing that stage win. I'm just really low on energy right now, but so Cindric ends up stealing the stage win over Elliott, Byron, Blaney, and Kyle Busch. Harrison Burton, Bell, Keselowski, Reddick, and Bowman, the other drivers earning points in this first stage. Alright, let's see. Flip back over to IndyCar for a minute. Alright, let's see. What do we got for seeing a debate on in a friend group? Looking to see who the free pass is. Should be Larson. coming back from the from a commercial break here for the Long Beach Grand Prix. Alright, let's see. Because these are both races I would have done if they had been at separate times, but alright. As I see a bunch arguing about who is the free pass here. Again, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Larson. Briscoe and Suarez were the cars to watch here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Newgarden, Ericsson, Herta, Palou, and Rosenquist, the top 5 over here in the IndyCar series. As we're getting this done. It should be coming back over on NASCAR here soon, so we'll flip back over momentarily. Just want to go ahead and see. Okay, so Rasmussen's out of the race. Jack Harvey. Yeah, Jack Harvey 1 lap down. The only driver in the IndyCar race 1 lap behind the race. Let's flip back over and see where we're at on the pace there. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Stage winner, it is Austin Spindrick. You got the stage win, and they go to another commercial break, which means we're flipping right back over to IndyCar. We flipped back for like a 2-second promo of Spindrick winning the stage, and we are already flipping back over. Alright, let's see. 28 laps in. I mean, the IndyCar race is honestly actually going pretty quick. Let's see. Renus VK in the 21. I'm trying to familiarize myself with some of these names because I am going to... The plan is to do the Indy 500 Coke 600 from here this coming year. Or not this coming year, but later this next month. So, that'll be a fun one. I'm not going to be in Charlotte this time, so I won't be having to do it from a hotel room. Alright, let's see. 29 out of 85. We got, looks like pit stops potentially occurring there. I believe that was Renus VK coming to pit road. Yep, Renus VK coming to pit road, and everybody kind of passing him. Alright, so yeah, again, we're flipping back and forth. We'll be flipping back over to NASCAR here momentarily, guys. We're just talking about some IndyCar stuff because Long Beach Grand Prix happens to be at the exact same time as the Geico 500. Alright, so Noah Siegel doing pretty well there in the number 51 car. Todd Blomqvist, another one of the rookies, fighting for that Rookie of the Year running. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting rookie class this year. And there we go. Felix Rosenqvist comes into the pits as we go and flip back over to NASCAR and see where NASCAR is at in terms of their commercial break. There we go. They're back from commercial break. They're doing a Ford promo with Joey Logano. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So Michael McDowell up inside the top 10 here. Alright, let's see. Let's see. How's everybody doing today, though? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let's see. Checking out everything that's going on. Alright, Logano comes down, gets topped off on fuel. There we go. Good stop. It's a good option there. It looks like Denny Hamlin also down, getting topped off on fuel here. Alright, and I am 8th place in my fantasy league. Yay. So, getting ready for stage number 2 to begin. Let's go ahead and get the stage 2 poll up here real quick. Alright, there we go. Who will win stage 2? We got that post up. Rather than doing drivers this time around, because clearly the drivers in this one have been a little bit out of, and as typical, were a little hard to predict. We went and threw the manufacturers on there. So, here we go. Pace car is off, and we are ready to go back to racing. Green, green, green. Green flag's out, and we are looking at the spotter stand as they go green, green, green. And Kyle Busch launches here. He's going to try and take the lead. You know, say those Penske cars on the inside line, though, you've got 3 of them all lined up together. You got Blaney, you got Cindric, you got Burton all on that inside line. There's nothing that the outside line can really do to be more organized than those 3, it looks like. Speaking of the outside line, we're starting to have a third line already starting to reform here. You got SVG, you got Ross Chastain popping to the outside. And say, Chase Elliott jumps down into the bottom line, leaving Kyle Busch out there leading that outside line with less cars in it. And right now, those three Penske's could potentially start to block both lines of traffic with all three cars, which would be really interesting. But, yeah, as of right now, though, you got everybody on the lead lap except for Zane Smith and B.J. McLeod, who are both 2 laps behind the race. And speaking of B.J. McLeod, he is running right in front of the 5 car of Kyle Larson here. Let's see, Shane Van Gisbergen in that third lane. He's gonna try and make something happen. He's gonna try and draw everybody to the top. And so far, it seems like everybody trusts him pretty well, which is one of the hardest things to really do in NASCAR plate racing, especially when you don't have the benefit of being an established veteran driver out here. Alright, let's see. Again, we're 9 laps into this stage, and SVG and that outside line have already gone up there, and they've taken the lead from Kyle Busch. Austin Dillon now down to the middle to get in front of his teammate here. Now you got SVG and Anthony Alfredo, the 2 Xfinity Series guys from yesterday's race, going to be lined up together. Alright, here we go, here we go. So what can the 2 RCR cars do together that they wouldn't have been able to do separately? I mean, hopefully they can potentially go and lock the bumpers and push. Although I don't say the heating the apron, or not the apron, but the engine could be a problem if they did try and lock bumpers and move out ahead. But you gotta do something to try and beat the Southside line, because the Southside line has more cars and is growing stronger and stronger by the minute. And here we go. Yep, there goes Anthony Alfredo to the bottom of, or to the middle of the track. Sorry, to the middle of the track, and he is gonna take the lead, and he's gonna lead at the line. Anthony Alfredo in the 62 car just took that lead. His best career finish in the Cup Series came here at Talladega, and now SVG gets taken. He's outside of 4 wide. 4th car wide here for Shane Van Gisbergen. He is going to get absolutely dropped to the back of the field. And there we go. Kyle Larson up into the top 5. That's what I think everybody was kind of expecting and hoping for when we saw him go up here and see it. Also, I gotta say, we've actually had a really high amount of lead changes in this race compared to normal. We're at 32 already, and we're not even halfway through this race. So, and say, whenever we get to the halfway point in this race, we'll see if we're on pace to potentially beat. What is the record for lead changes at this track? Let's see. Record lead changes Dega Cup. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is a little outdated from 2010, but hopefully hopefully we can find the answer here. So 88 lead changes. Alright. I don't think we've seen any race at Dega with 88 lead changes. we're not on pace for that quite yet, but if we could get to that pace, that would be insane. Insanity, however you want to say it. Would be crazy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and flip over to IndyCar for a minute. Oh, and my leaderboard crashes. Uh-oh, that's not good. Too many lead changes broke the leaderboard. Right, that should be pretty close. Let me see if I'm going to have to line it up real quick. Oh, wow, I almost eyeballed that perfectly. That's close enough. Alright, well, we are here and we got Scott Dixon has managed to take the lead of the IndyCar Grand Prix at the beach. Linus Lundqvist out there also running pretty well. He's the top rookie in the race right now. Driving that number 8 for Chip Ganassi's crew. Got Kyle Kirkwood though up in the top 3. I wouldn't sleep on him as a potential Long Beach winner here. I don't remember if he won this race a year ago or not. I know he's been very good on the road and the street circuits. I just don't remember if specifically if this was a race he won last year. But yeah, so Dixon currently has a 5.5 second lead and growing. Have to wait and see how that ends up playing out. But I'm gonna switch back over to NASCAR just to make sure we don't miss the coming back from commercial break, because based on my internal clock, that should be pretty much perfect for the end of the commercial breaks. And I am just on it today with the with the timing for getting back from these commercial breaks. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Oh wow, that race to the line for the end of the stage was pretty close. I hadn't... Ah, man. There we go. Alright, let's see. So right now, John Hunter Nemechek trying to control all 3 lines right now. He's got Alfredo, he's got Gregson, and he's got Corey LaJoie. All 3 lines. He goes all the way up to the top to block Corey LaJoie. Take that run, and he's going to now try and potentially block. He's going to go to the middle. Now the question is, does he go all the way to the bottom? He goes all the way to the bottom to block a potential run from Alfredo. Here we go, off of turn number 4. He goes all the way up to the top to try and grab the run off the 7. The 62, though, with a pretty decent run. Now, it's hard to figure out what you want to do defensive-wise here. But it definitely seems like this is going to be the part of the track. This is going to be the part of the race where lead changes potentially settle down just a little bit if Nemechek can just try and control all 3 lines. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, John Hunter Nemechek just maintaining the front of this field. It's been this race has been crazy. Yet it also doesn't feel like it's been all that insane either. And maybe I'm just jaded because I've seen this type of racing so frequently in the Cup Series that, the pack racing almost doesn't seem special anymore. Because you got this same type of racing at Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta. Now, this is our third super speedway of the year already. Maybe that's why. Alright, and John Hunter Nemechek not able to block Noah Gragson. Gragson to the outside here. And Gragson leads at the line, and now it's going to be Nemechek trying to get this one back. Alright, now that Gragson's led, let's go ahead and try and get Nemechek back out in front. So if these two could trade the lead back and forth a couple times, potentially rack up a couple more lead changes, I'd be curious to see if we give that 2010 if we give 2010 Talladega a little bit of worry at 88 lead changes. Again, that's a lot of lead changes to try and occur, but we've already gotten to 36 as Nemechek takes the lead back here. Saying as long as he holds on at the line, that would be 36 official lead changes so far in this race, and we are a long way to go here. And say Corey LaJoie, Kyle Larson. I'm impressed with Kyle Larson, and they go to commercial break here. Let's go ahead and take a look at MLB this time. Okay, Yankees beat the Rays. Red Sox hold off the Pirates. Well, I say hold off. A 6-1 win there. The Rays-Yankees game is more of holding them off. 4-5 Yankees. Washington Nationals shut out the Astros. The Phillies put an 8-2 drubbing on the White Sox. Got the Cleveland Guardians putting up 6-2 on the Oakland A's. Then you got the Reds shutting out the LA Angels 3-0. Now you got for games that are still going on and closing in on the end of their games. Orioles are in the top of the ninth right now over the Royals 4-0. The Detroit Tigers are on pace to shut out the Minnesota Twins as they will be getting ready to... the Twins will at least try and score here. They're getting ready for the bottom of the ninth right now. But it is a 6-0 game right now there. The Brewers and the Cardinals are also in a shutout game. The St. Louis Cardinals 0. The Milwaukee Brewers have 2 points there in the bottom of the 8th currently. Definitely late in the game for that one. Miami Marlins and Chicago Cubs also bottom of the 8th. A 6-3 game there. Bottom of the 5th, the Mariners and Rockies. Neither team has found a way to score in that game yet. Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. That game's just ended the second inning, and that is a 1-0 game for the Diamondbacks. Let's see. And then we got Mets-Dodgers in the top of the 3rd. That game hasn't had a score yet. And Blue Jays and San Diego Padres each tied up at 1 right now. Alright, so we got that all taken care of. And wow. Yep, lead changes are definitely happening. We're at 38 lead changes over in the NASCAR race. See, anything worth going and checking the IndyCar race for? Nope. 7-second lead for Scott Dixon's. Even if they were, and they're not close to the end of the race yet, right? No, they're right around halfway. Because I will try and tune in for the final few laps of the IndyCar race if the race is close and if we aren't super packed with action here at Talladega, but we'll have to wait and see. Actually, based on timing, we might be during the stage 2 break while the finish of the IndyCar race happens. That would be a nice way to pair it up. That way, people can check during the commercials to watch the end of that one. I mean, obviously, it's very hard to time live sports like that. Because you can only tell them to slow down during a yellow flag to try and help the pacing. But when they're racing under a green flag, it makes it very hard to lock anything down. And Anthony Alfredo, he was able to snag 2 laps of lead here. Now you got Chris Buescher coming on that top of the high with a head of steam, but now you got the head of steam loading in behind you. Alright, let's see. Again, John Hunter Nemechek right now, he has the lead, and we are now approaching halfway in this race again. If we want to try and be on pace, we want to try and hit at least 44 lead changes in the first half to try and be on pace to equal the mark from 2010. Which I'm still curious. I think we can get there. I want to see history here. And say, if we weren't on pace, I wouldn't care as much. But the fact that we're actually close to pace here for an 88 lead change a day. But yeah, John Hunter Nemechek, Noah Gragson here. We got some pretty good runs. Again, we just don't have good camera angles because this is a pretty poor time to be riding on board Logano. Yeah, I don't know what they're necessarily talking directly about, but alright, let's see. Again, right now, here comes a bit of a run from the outside once again, but I don't know if it's going to have anything on the run the middle line is going to have here. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Buescher's got to run. If he can go up there and make another pair of lead changes happen here, that'd be impressive. Again, we're about halfway through this second stage here. So we'll have another set of lead changes when everybody starts coming to pit road, because there will be a section of guys who opt to stay out. And yeah, there will definitely be a section of guys who don't. But right now it's just Nemechek and Gragson kind of holding off the field. Let's see. Again, right now, Joey Logano up inside the top 15. He could potentially try and be a difference maker, but there's just not much happening in the field right now. Not a lot of energy being developed. I mean, unless some of these guys think they can make it to the end of the stage, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be pushing more aggressively here. Let's see, NBA games. Let's see if there's any playoff games going on. Mavericks Clippers is having their first game. Clippers are up over 56-30 over the Mavericks at halftime. Other games tonight, you've got The Bucks and Pacers play at 7 tonight, and then Pelicans and Thunder 9:30 prime time tonight. Okay, I'm seeing people saying that they are saving fuel. Why? Alright, so there we go. That's a quick check over to the NBA. Again, MLB we just talked about. Orioles are now up 5-0. And, okay, say the Twins avoid the shutout as they get a point against the Tigers in the final inning. So we're now at 51 laps completed here for the IndyCar, and Kyle Kirkwood is leading it. Oh, we'll go ahead and... Oh, and, okay, pit stops are happening, that's why. Okay, Justin Newgarden back to the lead. Oh, we'll flip over there real quick. Test my intuition as to whether or not I can predict when we're back from commercial over on the other channel. So here we go. Pit stops are occurring. We're about to see Kirkwood come into the pits. There you go. There's Dixon coming out of the pits. And already weaving it in and around, who is that? That's Pouchard. Pourshire? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he is the fill-in for, I believe, David Malukas, who injured his hands and wrist, I believe, in preseason, or in the off-season. I've been pretty out of touch with IndyCar this off-season compared to how I normally am with them. And here we go. Yep, there's Kyle Kirkwood giving him the lead to Newgarden. So Newgarden, Herta, Pillow, Erickson. And nope. Do we got some of those guys coming down pit road? We'll have to wait and see. Grosjean comes down pit nope. Grosjean stays out. Rosenquist stays out. VK is already pit. Or has stayed out up to this point. Alright, and they go to commercial break, which means we go ahead and flip right back over to NASCAR, and let's see, I'm imagining we might be a little bit late getting back, or are we going to be perfectly timed here? Okay, a little bit late. So we're back, though, and so far, John Hunter Nemechek up to 18 laps having been led today. 35 cars on the lead lap. It's definitely a very impressive field of cars that we've got here today, but again, the fact that the number of leaders has kind of stalled out here, and we are approaching halfway, and we will not be on pace for the we will not be on pace for 44 lead changes by halfway, as John Hunter Nemechek has kind of dominated this middle portion of the stage. I mean, a caution-free race at Talladega would also be weird. I mean, I don't anticipate it staying caution-free. Alright, here we go. So, Kyle Busch has led 4 laps on the day. And there we go. Denny Hamlin, Cody Ware to the top of the board as they get a run down bottom here. Martin Truex Jr., third car in line, giving a nice push here. There we go. That's going to allow for some lead changes here, because now that those guys have got their cars out in front, now that's going to allow Chris Buescher, Noah Gragson, not Noah Gragson, that's Todd Gilliland on the outside line to start building up some momentum and potentially make some passes themselves here as they go down the as they go up to the top. Take the lead. No, Ryan Preece in behind Chris Buescher here. Now they're making some pretty good progress here. So, 40 lead changes so far. That'd be interesting to see if we can get this one even higher. And here we go. Here comes Noah Gragson to the middle. Say, Nemechek down to the bottom. Noah Gragson in the middle here. 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Here we go. Let's see. Gragson. They've all. It's been about 30 laps since all these guys came to pit road here. And let's see. Gragson and Nemechek drag racing it to the line here. They're going to try and lead it. And it looks like it was Gragson at the line by 0.01 of a second. And they go Fox side by side here. Alright, so 17 different leaders for 44 laps. I mean, we were a little short on trying to get there by halfway, but honestly, the speed is incredible here as Chris Buescher goes and takes the lead here. 42 laps, or 42 lead changes now. And again, we're starting to get a lot more leaders and lead changes going here. Let's see. Alright, and here we go. Shane Van Gisbergen on the outside. He's got push from Joey Logano here. And Shane Van Gisbergen is going to lead a lap here. And that's going to add another lead change. Chalk it up, 43. 43 lead changes. You know what? Let's get the lead change counter going. Give me a second, guys. We're about to go ahead and do this. Actually, we can just go ahead and copy and paste a clone of this. Boom, boom. There's lead changes. 44. We are at halfway. I can make a more visually appealing version later. I'm just going to get the sizing that I want. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. We'll play around with the sizing here while we're finishing up the side-by-side commercial break. And there we go. Now we got lead changes being shown up in the corner for you guys. Figure that will be a fun way to, easy way to chalk it up here. But now they've gotten single file at the front of the field, potentially preparing for pit stops here as we got 21 laps to go in stage number 2. As we got ourselves a mess of cars behind, but they're about to close in on a that's Chase Briscoe they're going to be lapping. I don't know. These are Fords out in front. They might be willing to try and work with Briscoe. Nope. Nope, they aren't. Briscoe goes and gets lapped here quickly. In an absolute hurry. Maybe he's going to fall in line behind Logano. Nope. Behind Gragson? Nope. No room there. Larson certainly wasn't going to let him slide in line. Alright, let's see. Again, Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon both up into the top 10 here. But Briscoe is just fading and fading fast here. He was hoping that they were going to try and help preserve his lap by saving fuel behind him, but that wasn't happening clearly. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Nemechek has led a lot of laps on the day. He's got the most laps led at 20, but the question is, one, what lap do we start seeing people pitting? Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Kyle Busch making his way. He's up to 9th here. And here we go. First wave of pit stops. And, yep, Chris Buescher is going to be a part of that. And here we go. Buescher, Gilliland. I see the 10. I see the 41 on pit road. Logano stays out, so that must be Michael McDowell I see on pit road. Because I see a red and yellow car. And those two share virtually everything about their paint scheme except for the number color, pretty much. And here we go. Let's see. That's going to be 45 lead changes now. Joey Logano versus Bubba Wallace is going to be the battle for 46. Alright, let's see. And here we go. Here comes another wave of cars coming to pit road. It's going to be led by the RCR teammates. You got Dillon, you got Busch, you got Larson. As I say, definitely a mixed bag of, I'm seeing a couple of Toyotas. Looks like maybe Christopher Bell jumped on that strategy. Not sure who else, but looks like fuel only for the for this Chevy camp. Suarez, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chastain, Byron, all on pit road here. Alright, let's see. And right now it's... Oh, and we got a spin! We might have our first caution flag of the day for something other than a stage. Corey LaJoie spins exiting the pits. Uh-oh. And, okay, no caution, no caution. Corey LaJoie loops it, but makes no contact with anything, so I guess they're going to let him maintain the race, but he's going to be way off the lead lap at this point. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go. 16 laps to go. I'm going to double check my fantasy roster. You guys should probably be doing the same. Chris Buescher. I don't know who I want to bench here. They're all doing well. I think for me it's going to just come down to who I've got more uses left of. Alright, let's see. 8 on McDowell, 10 on Gilliland, 7. Alright, so it's going to be Kyle Busch or Bubba, and Kyle's already got stage points. Bubba not so much. I don't want to bench McDowell. And if I bench Todd Gilliland, I know that's going to mean that he's going to just rocket right to the front instantly. No, I'm going to sit on him. I'm going to just leave Chris Buescher in the garage. Now saying that, Chris Buescher is going to go back right up to the front here and lead. Alright, so here we go. We do have a battle at the front, though, and we are now up to 47 lead changes here. And Joe Logano out front here. 18 different cars have led a lap on the field. I just gotta go change a couple more lineups, and we will be back. That's going to have to be good enough because that lineup is pretty much cooked. Although hard to really tell who's cooked when we don't have any crashes. Basically just if you got LaJoy in your lineups, go ahead and take him out because he's not going to be making you a ton of points here. The way you probably originally hoped he might when he when he was starting. Alright, let's see. We're going to go ahead and bench him there. And here we go, Hamlin with a run off the top. Let's see, what can Denny Hamlin do? He's got a big run here, the 20 of Christopher Bell. Oh, I didn't realize Bell's not in the Toyota, in the yellow Toyota today. Okay, not sure who I've been calling Christopher Bell then, but no, that was not Bell earlier that I saw. Saw somebody with what looked like a Toyota front end that was yellow, but I don't know who the yellow Toyota is then if Bell's not in the DeWalt car. Just changing around a couple fantasy lineups and we will be right back, guys. Don't you worry about it. And here we go. 48 lead changes now, and eventually Hamlin and the others are going to have to come to pit road. There's no way they can stretch it the final 10 laps, right? Let's see. Let's see again. Right now, the battle in the back here for the lead of this second pack that's forming. You got a battle between Buescher and Byron, but unfortunately it's not the battle for the lead because we still got about 10 cars who have yet to pit. A total of 12 cars now. 12 cars who have not pit. Two more lineups to do, and here we go. Bell coming down pit road. That's going to pass off another lead change. 49 on the board. We're going to get to 50. The question is, can we get to 80? If we can get to 80, that'll be really close to that record, and we can at least scare the record. Again, I'm not feeling the record incoming here, but I'm going to leave Burton bench on that lineup, and then I got one more to check. And I believe on this last one I do have Corey LaJoy. And here we go. Penalty. Christopher Bell. Too fast on pit road. Christopher Bell with a pass-through penalty. That is disappointing there for Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell coming back down pit road, and we got another lead change here. That's going to be Austin Cindric going to the top of the board. Probably. No, it's going to be Logano was scored the leader there at the line, and so we're going to have to wait and see. But here we go. The pack is trying to envelop Martin Truex Jr. and the other Toyotas coming out of that pack here. Oh, and we got another speeding penalty. Ryan Blaney with a speeding penalty here. Ryan Blaney, too fast on pit road as well. And that's another fast driver coming to pit road. Too fast entering, and Ryan Blaney will be coming back down. I thought I had used him for... I thought I used... I thought I ended up using... what's his name? What is his name? I thought I used Corey LaJoie for sure in this lineup, but it looks like I didn't end up using Corey LaJoie in my lineup over in the big NBC group or in my personal group. Okay. Well, I guess good on me, because that spin is certainly going to handicap the end of his day here. And now you got Christopher Bell, who is, or not Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher and Ryan Preece, who have gone and passed Joey Logano here. And that is now the big 5-0. 50 lead changes on the day for the NASCAR Cup Series, and we are chugging towards that big number of 88 is the goal to beat. Just double check that, and yeah, we will go ahead and take a look over at IndyCar, see if there's anything interesting going on over on their race. Now, let's see. Clippers look to be putting away the Pacers in the NBA game going on. Orioles complete the shutout against the Royals. The Twins end up with a 6-1 loss to the Detroit Tigers, but at least they avoid the shutout. Marlins beat the Cubs 6-3. Brewers finish the shutout against the Cardinals 2-0. Mariners Rockies are in the top of the 7th. Still no score there. Diamondbacks and Giants are in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Diamondbacks lead there. Then you've got the Blue Jays and Padres tied up at 2 apiece in the middle of the 4th. Dodgers have a 2-0 lead over the Mets, who is now they're in the top of the 5th here. And yeah, that is all the games that will be. Oh, the Mariners and Rockies have a double header today. That is going to be potentially maybe that's why they're not scoring today, is that they know they got to save their scores for a double header later. If so, that'd be an interesting plan. Not benching Buescher at this point. I'm going to bench Todd Gilliland in hopes that he can be the lesser of the two drivers here. Alright, there we go. 51 lead changes over in NASCAR. Dixon had Dixon's pretty close on pretty close here, but NASCAR is so close to the end of the stage, they got to be back from commercial break at this point now that I've gone and recapped baseball. Yep, we're just coming back from commercial break here. 3 to go in the stage. And let's see. Is it going to be Logano, Cindric, Buescher? Who's going to be able to get this one? And 3 laps to go. Buescher gets his nose out ahead here. You got Preece helping push. You got multiple Stewart-Haas cars on that top line helping move them. And the Ford's definitely making the right moves here. Are you kidding me? What? I do not believe that move. I genuinely do not understand how Chris Buescher slipped through that gap. Oh man, as I say, uh, you had Logano going up the track. You had Cindric slowing down and moving down, leaving a momentary gap, and somehow they fit through there. And somehow Logano ends up back at the lead of the race, so there's no official lead change, even though you had a masterful pass there. So now Larson's going to potentially try and take this one from him with 2 laps to go. Let's see. Got the 45 of Tyler Reddick. Oh, and Logano trying to block Larson here. Larson to the top. What can Larson do here? Larson, he's going to get a nose out in front. You got Buescher and Priest. They're third and fourth in the outside lines now. All right, let's see. Can Larson lead at the line here? It's going to be caution flag flies. Caution flies. And we're going to have a caution flag at the end of to end the stage here. And let's see. So, no further lead changes, and it looks like Logano was the leader at the time of caution. We'll have to wait and see what the caution's for. Because for some reason, I have a feeling it's going to be one of these guys pushing that ends up wrecking each other here. Let's see. I've seen the yellow flag come out. The question is, how far back is my TV stream here? All right. I guess I was just seeing a caution for the end of the stage. I guess I must be really far back here. But, yeah, here we go. Joey Logano goes and gets the Stage 2 victory here over Austin Cindric. Larson, massive bonus to anyone who had Austin Cindric in their lineups. I don't think I used him in mine. Alright, there we go. Now that the stage is over, let's go ahead and see where IndyCar is at, because we didn't really get a chance to talk too much about that. And it says only 19 minutes remaining on the broadcast window for the GP of Long Beach, which means we should be pretty close to the end. 12 to go. 12 laps left. They don't have a whole lot of time scheduled for post-race, I guess. But, push to pass remaining. Oh, Scott Dixon has all the push to pass in the world left, pretty much. 76 seconds to Joseph Newgarden's 15 seconds. Yeah, Newgarden's going to have to be aggressive here trying to make the pass, and they are right on each other here as they are battling around the beach. Yeah, Newgarden definitely looks like he's got the faster car through the fountain section. But then when we get to the bigger, kind of more open areas of the track where Dixon can use a little bit more of that top speed, it seems like that might be the advantage here for the Honda engine, is the top speed in the faster sections of the track, but in the slower, more technical sections like the final hairpin and the fountain section, seems like that's the Chevy's opportunity to try and close in. Let's see. Again, this is pretty much just analysis coming off of a very short sample size here. And, oh, man, these cars are twitching all over the place here. Dixon is actually able to get Newgarden through the fountain section, too, as they get ready to go to commercial break. And I guess we'll flip back over to NASCAR. Because, yeah, but that was the IndyCar race at Long Beach is looking pretty good right now. Alright, we're still in commercial break for NASCAR too, so let's go ahead and, we already checked MLB recently, we already checked NBA recently, let's see. Just looking on Twitter for stuff. Let's see. A lot of people talking about the excessive amounts of ads, especially over green flag racing. I don't blame them. So we're going to go ahead and end the Stage 2 poll. And yeah, it looks like Ford ended up winning that one. So the 28% of you guys who picked Ford to win that stage, you guys are right. So now they're talking about the 22 pit crew here. I might look at trying to get a more fun-looking counter for lead changes. If you guys enjoy having lead changes as a metric shown up there, we could also potentially factor in caution flag counts or something else. Basically, just kind of comes down to what you guys want to see. But I figure since lead changes has kind of become the storyline of this one, we'll go ahead and keep the lead changes up there. Although I definitely chopped that off a little wide here. There we go. So we're at 52 lead changes now with Ty Gibbs as the listed leader here. And here we go, coming down pit road. I'm going to go ahead and real quick while they're once they get back from once they get done the pit stops, I'm assuming they will throw it to commercial break because it's Fox. So now I'm going to try and restart my app to see if I can get a little bit closer to real time, because the delay is definitely noticeable at this point. I saw the caution to end the stage, or I saw the caution for the stage end with like 2 laps to go. And there we go. Logano leads off of pit road. Larson second. Third. Cindric fourth. Chastain. So they actually come off pit road pretty well there. And it looks like we had about 7 drivers stay out, including Corey LaJoie, Anthony Alfredo, Briscoe, Shane Van Gisbergen, Keselowski, Truex, and Ty Gibbs. Curious to see if they think they can make it from where... Honestly, actually, they might be able to make it on... Is that the strategy? One second. Let me crunch some numbers here. Okay, so they last pit 110. So then you add, let's just say 40 laps, 45 laps there. Puts it... Yeah, they can one-stop it from here. They can definitely one-stop the race from here. And man, that is a strange thing to say. And the rest of them coming to pit road, because, yep, there we go. They all came down pit road here. Looks like with, so I thought we were going to get a chance to see an interesting situation. But, nope. Looks like the other drivers decided that they couldn't make it. And my point is that they couldn't make it to the end of the race from here, but they could have made it to the end of the, or they could have made it into the fuel window and gotten some much-needed track position, potentially. Which is the big difference there. And I believe Anthony Alfredo will have to drop to the rear of the field, because looking at when he last pit, it was on the white flag lap of that stage, which means he will be under a penalty, I believe, for pitting for entering a closed pit with 2 laps to go or less. Penalty is typically telling the lead lap for that. So I don't know why he's out front now, but we'll have to wait and see if they give the correct penalty here. Alright, today's stage winners: Cindric stage 1, Logano stage 2. And here we go, let's see. Alright, let's see. We got Jamie Montgomery in the studio. I was saying, this strategy definitely won't work if Alfredo's the only one on it. That's going to be... And yep, here we go. Alfredo's coming down pit road right now. Trying to top off on fuel, potentially. I mean, again, unless you can make it 60-something laps, I don't see the reason to pit now to, like, try and stretch it further into the run. Alright, here we go. So, 125 laps down. We got to get to 188. And the question is, can we get to the lead change record here? And yep, here we go. More cars coming down pit road. I'm going to go ahead and try and refresh the app here. Now I got chance. Let's go ahead and Fubo. Alright, let's see again. 5 laps under the stage, under the caution, and yep, there we go. Logano is now your race leader. I believe is that 53 or 54 laps for the leads. Alright, and here we go, getting ready for the choose cone here. Alright, let's see. How's everybody doing? We got 5 people still hanging out in chat. Alright, let's see. Let's see, they're doubled up, ready to go back racing here. And we got a lot of fast cars inside that top 10, top 15 here. Alright, let's see. And pace car is off, leaving the field in the hands of Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. And here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We're back to racing. And let's see. Oh, wow. That was a very single file. Yeah, there was a lot of single file racing. I don't know why no one chose the top line, or if that was just because there were that many waiver rounds, potentially. If there were that many cars a lap down that had to take a waiver round or were under penalty for some reason, I mean, that'd be a long line of cars, but... Alright, let's see. Chastain goes up to the front of the field. He actually gets up in front and blocks Logano here. So there we go. Chastain to the race lead. That will be lead change number 54 on the day. And And so this field is definitely starting to get antsy here. 128, you got 150, you got 60 laps to go here at Talladega here. And this is some of these guys' last chance to win until August, because there's not another drafting track until August with the Summer Daytona race. Which is a long time for some of these guys to wait for another shot at, quote unquote, their opportunity. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Chastain down the bottom to try and block. Logano around the outside. Can Logano get there? No. Logano on the outside. Not enough momentum to get there at the line. Comes up just short of having that lead. Here we go. So we got the two overstock cars on the... Oh, boy. The spotter's nightmare. The two overstock.com cars on the inside line. You got the 10 and the 4 car, both in the same exact colors from the same company. And then you got the Team Penske teammates of Cindric and Logano, the two-stage winners, going up there and trying to pass them. Right now, we got a pretty decent battle going on. Logano was scored first at the line that last time by, as that will be another lead changer recorded at the line. It's now up to 55 lead changes here. That is crazy that we are up, 55 lead changes mark. And again, we may have a shot at the record. It is going to be a tough one to get, but we might have a shot at the record of number of lead changes here. Now we just need Larson, or we need Chastain to lead this one. Alright, let's see. And Logano leads at the line that time again, and he continues to hold them. I don't even know who's led the most laps at this point. That's going to be another fun one to figure out. Figuring out who actually led the most laps in this race. Got Michael McDowell up into the top 10 here. Let's see. Can McDowell put on a show here? Alright, here we go. Yeah, incident-free race at Talladega. That is unlikely to maintain that way. And Chastain got the lead. That's lead change number 56. I'm going to go use the bathroom, and I will be right back there at commercial break. Here we go. We're back, and back before the commercial is over. And oh, we got a caution. Uh-oh. Now, let's take to Twitter, find out what the caution is for. Caution flag is out. Alright, let's see. To the Discord. There should be a quicker way to figure out what happened, but there isn't going to be. Let's go ahead. Days of Thunder. These guys are at the track. Let's see. Oh, alright. We're back from commercial break, so I won't need to dive through Discord chat logs. Hopefully we're going to get a replay here. Okay. 3 wide here. Oh, what the? Was that Haley? Was that Justin Haley? What was that for? Wait. Yeah, that's 51. That's Haley. Haley just went and wiped out Bell. I think that was Bell that he turned into. I see Bell's wrecked. I just don't know who he actually turned at, but why did he? Yeah, that was Bell. The initial contact was with. Why? What did Bell do to him that required that kind of reaction? I must have missed something earlier, because that looked, unless that was a tire going down for Haley. Like, I'm gonna watch this one again. Let's see. Oh no, sorry, my bad. He got loose off the nose of the 9 car. 9 car was giving him a push. He got loose and lost control of it. Okay. It definitely looked a lot worse on first glance, but I will apologize to Justin Haley here. It is definitely nowhere near as much of his fault as I had originally thought. Because, yeah, that was off the nose of the 9. And again, nothing Chase Elliott particularly did wrong. He just was giving a aggressive push to a driver who got loose and wasn't able to handle the push. We're up to 28, or we're up to 58 lead changes, though. We are cooking these lead changes, and we might actually have a shot at 88. Again, it would be a tall task to get to 88. Especially with the fact that we're under caution here, and these caution laps are going to make this even harder. Because we are, what, 30 away? 30 away from tying the record, but we're also only, we got, what, 50, 40 to go? 44 to go. And Chastain, leader at the time of caution by that much. Wow. Alright, so we were missing that caution regardless, because Fox has not been great with the amount of commercials during green flag racing. So, cars involved in the caution, you had Elliott, Blaney, Briscoe, Bell, Haley, and Zane Smith are the list of drivers involved. Ironically, actually a pretty small list for how packed up the field was. I think we were lucky to get away with only those cars involved, and again, Elliott's car is clean as a whistle. Outside of potentially the blame. I mean, again, that blame should definitely be partially on the 9, but I would also say, again, there is still some blame to be placed on that 51 driver who lost control of their car. So I would say split blame between Haley and Elliott there. And they go to commercial break yet again. Another commercial break. Woohoo! Yay. Alright, let's see. Now that we're under... Actually, wait, we're under commercial break. We got a chance to see the end of the IndyCar race. 5 minutes left on the broadcast. We might have 1 lap. Nope, post-race. Dang it. We missed the window to see the end of the race. Let's see. Is it officially over? session is checkered. Checkered. Scott Dixon wins it over Colton Herta by about a second. I mean, pretty impressive for Scott Dixon. So, there we go. That's the end of that race. So, we can go ahead and flip back over to NASCAR. We'll stay there for the remainder of the day, and we'll go ahead and check MLB scores here. Alright, let's see. Mariners Rockies still 0-0 in the end of the 8th inning. They're in the top of the 6th for the Diamondbacks and Giants game. The San Francisco Giants have now taken the lead 2-1 over the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 6th, the San Diego Padres and the Blue Jays are all tied up at 2. The Mets forgot to pick somebody up at the airport. As the LA Dodgers are up 10-0 in the 6th inning. I mean, that is just on the embarrassing end for the Mariners there. And let's take a look at the NBA game, even though I'm assuming that this game's pretty close to the end. Oh, it's actually still got 7 minutes left, but yeah, the LA Clippers have a 94-78 lead over the Dallas Mavericks. So that game, those games are all looking pretty solidified. Now we're just waiting for NASCAR to come back on. We're going to get our... okay, there we go. Lead change 59 as we got pit stops occurring. Here we go. So the pit stops are happening, and we have got ourselves a question here. Do you, is somebody able to make this happen? Let's see. They're all flying on pit road. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just the eye test is off there, but Ross Chastain lost 5 spots on pit road, and you know, a lot of those cars going very quick, again, by the eye test. Michael McDowell gaining a spot on pit road. Logano, Berry, Gregson, Cindric, Busch, the top 5 off pit road. And here we go. 59 lead changes. Can we get... Alright, who will take the lead for number 60? Probably it'll be Larson, Bubba, or Reddick. Alright, here we go. Let's see. The dire curse has not struck yet for Michael McDowell. And I will stress yet because we still have a bit of a race to go, and Michael McDowell is right in the middle of all this. Alright, there we go. I just had to go, go. Got the pun posted in the chat with Tyler Reddick posting before the race started that it was time to take flight. And we got, let's see, someone's painting a picture of Buescher in victory lane. Let's see if that ends up coming true. We got 8 cars who have stayed out. Then you got Briscoe, who's on a little bit older of tires. Then you got Logano, Berry. So Michael McDowell will be restarting 16th. That is pretty far back here. Alright, let's see. Can Tyler Reddick, again, he said before the race, it's time to take flight. So let's hope that isn't going to end up being the case, because we don't want to see anyone hurt. But it would be hilarious if he does predict how he will get out the race here. Let's see. They got an onboard for Wendy's here. Oh, I was going to say, a Wendy's golf course? Okay. Guess they're doing some mini golf. Alright. Man, that looks like fun. I wish I could be playing some mini golf. Alright, here we go. 50 laps to go, and Josh Berry will go up there and take the lead, and as Anthony Alfredo comes to pit road, and we've got ourselves a our 60th lead change here. Coming with 40 to go. So we're capped out at about 100 lead changes. That's not a whole lot of wiggle room. We got about 22 laps of wiggle room here for potential lead changes here. 21 cars have already led a lap today. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Christopher Bell's out of the race already. Let's see. Who had C-Bell in the league? In the picks, that was... Somebody have C-Bell? Nope, nobody had Christopher Bell. Wow. But here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are getting ready to go back racing here. Alright, let's see. Alright. So, yeah, there's still a significant delay. Anytime I'm on Fox, it's always going to be a bigger delay from what's actually happening to what I'm seeing than if it's a FS1 race. Just for whatever reason, Sling has less latency than Fubu. But here we go. Pace car's off. Diving for cover. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. And I'm actually getting to see the racing now. So here we go. Shane Van Gisbergen out here in the lead. Or not out there in the lead, but out there in the lead pack here. Let's see. What is his plan going to be here to try? He's got his teammate right in front of him. The 2 colleague cars. Potentially those 2 could be a dangerous 1-2 combo to have control of the race. Speaking of teammates, though, you've got Barry and Gregson, the 2 Overstock.com cars, running first and second right now. And here we go. McDowell and Ross Chastain both up to the top of the boards here. They're going to go ahead and start that third line on the outside. You got Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez also popping up. Daniel Hemrick pops up, but no, SVG decides to wait to pop up. And there we go. This is very sketchy looking at the way these guys are pushing. I don't like this, not one bit. Especially where my guy's involved in it. Mike McDowell, come on. But yeah, 3 wide here and no way for the Wendy's car to try and get up to the top there. I guess he had his chance to get up to the top with his teammate, and now we're gonna have a new leader. It's gonna be Daniel Hemrick going to the lead, and that's gonna be lead change number 61. Let's go. All right, let's see. Let's see, again, right now, Hemrick, Chastain, Michael McDowell with a good run around the outside. Could Michael McDowell potentially, again, he could take the lead here. Let's go, Michael McDowell to the race lead. Saving our Stage 3 poll for something better than just who wins the race, because the who wins, while cool, we just don't have enough options on the thing. Like, if we could have it to where we could write in our own answers, that'd be great. Michael McDowell to the race lead. Let's go! Michael McDowell to the race lead. Let's go. 62 lead changes. Stop the count. Let's go. It's raining. It's pouring. Get this race over with. And it's a perfectly blue sky. Literally a perfectly blue sky right now. All right. Michael, top. Move it up to the top. No, okay, he doesn't go to the top and the momentum actually stalls out, okay. Let's say, good on Michael for not overreacting there, I guess, the way I was. I saw them coming with the head of steam that they normally do and thought that there was, again, we've seen that top line prevail so often that I thought Michael McDowell needed to block for sure. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe Michael McDowell has this thing, and there we go. Now he's going to move up to the middle line to try and block. Alright, let's see. Again, Michael McDowell, though, out in front here as they get ready. Oh, nope, they're not going to commercial break. I thought they were getting ready to send us to another commercial break here. But, yeah, Mike McDowell, Suarez, Hemrick, your top three right now. And they are 3 wide behind. And, oh, actually, Hemrick and Suarez are 2 wide for a second here. Directly behind Mike McDowell. McDowell trying to move up and down the lanes. And he's now got 3 lanes of traffic behind him. 3 wide for second here. And there we go. Let's see. And I'm saying, Mike McDowell is handling this amazingly. I mean, yeah, massive bias. But, man, he is handling the pressure of being out front. He's managing the guys behind him extremely well. And now that top line, while it's there and it's got the momentum, it does not have nearly enough cars or organization. Not worth going up there to block, and it looks like I was right because Mike McDowell's not going to go up there to block. Alright, so since the restart, Keselowski up 19 spots, Gilliland up 18, Bowman up 18, Mike McDowell up 17 spots, Suarez is up 15 spots here. And let's see, what's it going to be here? 44 laps to go. We can still break the 100 mark on lead changes, but that would require basically a different leader each and every lap. And that would be virtually impossible to have a different leader every single lap. Or at least a swapping back and forth the lead, no one leading 2 laps in a row. But again, all we need to do to break the record is get to 88. We're currently at 62. It's going to be tough, but we could get there, and we got a commercial break this time more abruptly. Yay. There we go. Gotta go ahead and make some jokes in the group chat with the Lap Down podcast guys. But, yeah. Man. But Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland up to the top 2. Let's go. Todd Gilliland up there. Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski making some moves. Cody Ware up into the top 5. I mean, hey, the Fords are starting to emerge. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see. I'm really excited here. If you guys can't tell at this point. So we're at 62 lead changes, and we're getting back from commercial break here, showing off Blaney's insanely close wins yet again. And here we go. Gilliland. And they've gotten single file. Let's go. Good. Keep it this way for the entire remainder of the race, and I will not complain about it being single file. Alright, let's see. But yeah, the entire field's gotten this thing single filed out, so we're actually in an okay spot here. So we got SVG, we got Suarez, Larson. I'd say we got actually a pretty decent top 10, honestly. All the way through the top 10, there's pretty much interesting storylines all throughout the field. As I say, Blaney up into the top 20, so if he is planning another super surprising close finish, he's at least he's got to be close enough to make it there. So far, though, SVG, he led 3 laps today, which is very good for a guy who we weren't even sure if he was going to be allowed into the Xfinity race at Daytona based on lack of experience. So definitely a good step forward here to be actually up in the top 8. Here we go. Keselowski popping out, poking his nose out, potentially looking to try and gain some advantage here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. And they're going through the down the back straightaway. You got, come on, you got to be able to figure out something here. Just keep it in line. No sudden movements. Let's go. All right, let's see. What do we got? LaJoy up into the top. LaJoy moving up towards the front of the field. Oh, that bottom line is starting to charge here. All right, Gilliland, Keselowski, be ready to play defense. And oh, we got pit stops coming. The guys who, we got pit stops occurring here. Oh, and here we go. Mike McDowell, Todd Gilliland to the bottom of the racetrack. I believe they're going to come to pit road next and try and force the rest of the field's hands. which kind of makes it feel like the Toyota's kind of forced their hand here. But let's see. Just no pit penalty, no wreck in the pits. That is what I need right now. Is I need a nice, calm, drama-free pit stop for Michael McDowell and preferably Todd Gilliland. And if we can we get it for Keselowski too? But most importantly, those two. We need a nice drama-free pit stop here as we come. And we didn't even come down pit road. I thought we were getting into that formation and came to the bottom of the track for. I mean, obviously prepping for coming to pit road, but I thought we were doing it that lap. So 35 laps to go here. It's definitely going to be close on this one. And I say, unless we get back to set 2 and 3 wide out for the lead, I don't think we're going to break the all-time lead change record. Let's see. Right now, though, they are, again, they're just running in a single file line here. Yeah, the Toyota's trying to avoid losing any more time right now, because right now those Toyotas don't have enough speed on their own, I don't think, to outpower the entire pack of Fords. But you don't want to, because you said you're going to force, I saw it on the radio subtitles that McDowell's team said that they're going to try and force everybody's hand to have to pit together. Only way you do that is if you pit. Alright, here we go. 34 to go. And again, Michael McDowell still leads the pack and still has not come to pit road. I thought, again, he might be looking to try and force the issue, but no caution yet, or no caution at all, and no pit stop yet for Michael McDowell. Alright, let's see. Oh, yep, there's the crash. Caution! Eric Jones, Bubba Wallace crashing out here. And that's going to be the caution flag. Nice, easy, no drama. Caution flag pit stop here for Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland, and that is the caution. Let's see, and yep, there goes Bubba climbing out the car. Late race wreck here for Bubba. The fact that there were no cautions for contact in the first two stages is really going to mess with a lot of people's fantasy lineups, because we had to basically make our stuff basically based on educated guesses, because most of the wrecks, we know they're going to be there. We're going to tear up some cars. We just don't know when. I'm seeing people saying it's all John Hunter Nemechek's fault. Okay, let's see. Watching the replay. Nemechek up? I don't know. No. Looked like Jones cut a tire or something. But yeah, I mean, Eric Jones, that looked like a cut tire or something before the push got to him there. Alright, well, let's see. What do we got going on here? Well, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a fun time. This race has been a mess up to this point. So, yeah, some people saying it was Nemechek, and Nemechek definitely was giving a bad push, but it hadn't even gotten to Eric Jones when Jones wrecked, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what NASCAR Twitter decides, is because obviously NASCAR Twitter is who gets to decide what everybody's doing. Looks like people are saying John Hunter Nemechek there. Alright, here we go. So now all the leaders going to come to pit road, and on the restart we got wide open racing. No more saving fuel. All the drivers can make it comfortably to the end of the race, so I'm excited. Again, no more fuel saving. We got ourselves a nice run to the checkers. Let's see, 31 laps to go, 63 lead changes is the mark we're at now. That Hocevar, I believe, stayed out there to take the lead for a moment, and Mike McDowell holds the lead off pit road. Gilliland loses 6 spots. No, the front row Motorsports pit crews, strike again there. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Reddick, Truex, and Gibbs are all listed as lead lap cars and out in front of the guys who have already pit. So here we go. Alright, let's see. Do we got anything going on in chat? Oh, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, chilling out. We got ourselves... Alright, we gotta just chill out. We got ourselves a nice run to the checkers. 64 lead changes now we're at. Here we go. Let's see. Lead changes are up to 64 lead changes. Here we go. And saying we're at commercial break still, so nothing really to talk about. Let's see what's going on in the group chats. Alright, there we go, and there's Patrick's account. Alright, here we go. Let's see, they're advertising the Happy Hour podcast from Harvick, and we got ourselves, wow, we got a nice boost of viewership there. And they got I'm assuming that's one of Harvick's daughters. So that's Harvick's daughter up there in the booth here. Yep, there's Piper, yep. I couldn't remember her name for the life of me, but I just saw it in the subtitles. So Piper is up in the booth with Kevin and all that, and they got a little river, or a little lizard there. And there's Bubba out the care center. Hopefully he's all good, but yeah. Here we go. First DNF of the season for Bubba Wallace. Hey, you know what? That's a pretty impressive stat there. Apparently Eric Jones was talking about his back being sore here. Definitely not a great angle to be hitting the wall at. Or to have been hitting anything at, really. I mean, now granted, I don't think there's a good angle. There aren't very many good angles to be hitting walls at when you're going that fast, but certainly there are worse angles than others. And, oh, wow. I think Denny thought he was through it and then just gets wiped out by Nemechek's out-of-control car coming back down the track. So let's see again. Yeah, that was not a great angle there, and then just a lot of cars taken out in that one, especially a lot of the Toyotas wiped out, so there's going to be a lot less Toyotas, although you do have 3 up at the front of the field. I think those might be the only 3 left in the race. So here we go, let's see. Michael McDowell in 4th place here. How do you let McDowell line up inside row 1? How are you this bad, Toyota? I mean, I get it. You want to line up your 3 drivers, and the outside line has been the better line, I guess. But the inside line on the restart, like, go with inside line, dominate, get yourself to the lead, and then move up. Rather than starting in the outside lane, potentially getting beat by the Fords all working together, because you got 4 Fords on that inside line. That's a lot of power. I don't know who thought it was a smart idea to let Michael McDowell line up inside row 1. He is going to hopefully make them regret this decision here. And here we go. Pace car's off. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We are back to racing. And let's see. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Michael McDowell gets... I'm going to say, the Toyotas definitely did organize that push pretty well to get the 45 out in front, but they did not get all 3 cars out in front like they had hoped. And, yeah, I don't think that restart strategy worked as well as they were hoping for. And here we go, Michael McDowell to the bottom of the racetrack with a nice push from the 6. Here we go. So released from Care Center, all three of these guys, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and Eric Jones have all been released from the infield Care Center, which is very good to hear. Still waiting to hear for John Hunter Nemechek. Don't know if is he even out the race. He might not even be out of the race, which is why he wouldn't have been cleared yet. But the biggest thing is seeing Eric Jones cleared from the Care Center, because he took probably what at least visually looked like the gnarliest hit. And there we go. They're talking with Eric Jones now. Let's see. Taking the hardest hit. Yep, Eric, are you okay? What happened? A little sore, but I'll be all right. 23 was pushing us, and we were pushing and shoving with our strategy. He got sideways, just trying to read through this, see if there's anything important about his back, because, again, on the radio, he apparently said his back was hurting. Hates it for his team and his guys. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much all super standard answers there for Eric Jones, but glad to see he's okay. You never want to see a driver injured in a crash like that. Here we go, Michael McDowell, Brad Keselowski to the top of the board. Keselowski and Reddick are still locked in that side-by-side battle for second here, but Mike McDowell can now work both lines of traffic and can kind of just control whichever lane he thinks is coming. Alright, let's go. So this race just got a whole lot more interesting, and let's see. Yep, and Christopher Bell along with Hamlin, Jones, and Wallace are all out the race. And those are the only 4 drivers out the race. Say, 4 Toyotas are the 4 guys out the race. But yeah, Jones, Bell, Hamlin, and Bubba are the 4 drivers out the race so far. But Michael McDowell is working both lines. We didn't have a single caution until this final stage, and now we've had 2. Here we go, Michael McDowell up to the top, now down to the bottom. He's tempting fate here, and I'm seeing some wiggles out of that 45 car, which are nerve-wracking at best here. You don't like to see wiggles from cars going this fast, because they move a couple feet in each direction while inches apart. You can say that is a recipe for disaster. So Reddick does have slightly older stuff than the guys on his inside as well. You got McDowell, Keselowski, Gregson, and say all these Fords able to control this one. You do have a third lane forming, but that third lane does not seem to have a ton of momentum and does not have a lot of cars in it either. Gotta watch that number 6. He's known to send it. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I am well aware. And look, if you're talking about guys who are known to send it, look no further than right behind him at Noah Gragson. I mean, Noah Gregson's pretty much his entire personality is go big or go home. I mean, I think I remember an interview he did a number of years ago when he was first getting into the Xfinity Series and finally started winning races that, like, before the races and stuff, he doesn't go and he goes off his normal diet plan, and honestly, he doesn't have a typical diet plan because he doesn't want whatever his last meal ends up being to be something lame, so he's always the kind of guy who, even if the diet plan says, oh, you should be going for a salad, he's going for the burger. Yeah, 22 in Thomas Cup. Yep. And say, Patrick, in case you didn't notice, the servers are back up, so we're going to be having some we're going to be having 3 double headers in a row to try and make up for the servers being down the last couple of weeks, so. Just so you know what the schedule looks like in case you hadn't been paying attention in the chat, because sometimes even I'm not paying attention in the chat. But right now, here we go. Tyler Reddick nose out ahead of Mike McDowell. Here we go. Josh Berry in the 4 car coming to give a push. Let's see. Can the 4 of... and there we go. Yep, they get McDowell and Keselowski clear there. Wow, they are doing an amazing job there. Yep. That is one of those races that we're coming up to with Pocono as a doubleheader. Pocono Gateway is a doubleheader, and that one was actually planned as a doubleheader from the start. Alright, let's see. Right now we got ourselves Mike McDowell, Keselowski out in front of the field here. Come on. Michael McDowell can win this one. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. 3rd career win, and it would lock him into the playoffs, and I wouldn't have to worry throughout the road courses like Chicago Street Course or Sonoma, even though I think he's more than capable of winning some of those races. Can erase a bad start here. Can erase a bad start to the season. Or an iffy start to the season even, because last couple of weeks, in particular that race at COTA, definitely sunk Michael McDowell's playoff chances on points. Now, it's not over for him to try and point his way to the playoffs, but it's just going to be a whole lot harder. And now he's getting geared up for another big push here. Michael McDowell, he's led a lot of laps here, and he's moved us out of range. We can no longer catch... No, we are not in range anymore for a record-breaking number of lead changes, which I am A-okay as long as it's Michael McDowell leading. I don't want him getting past. All right, here we go. Looks like it's gonna be Michael McDowell at the line. It looks like. Oh, it was close. 0.003 that time by. Yep, it's a similar story for Bubba in this race, being a race that he needed to do well at to keep himself in that points contention. Now, granted, Bubba's a whole lot higher up in points right now than Michael McDowell was pre-COTA, but these are both races that are very good for those teams, and all of a sudden, I saw a big wiggle out of Michael McDowell here, and they're going to get stacked up. They got a lot of momentum here in the bottom line, those Fords. But the Toyota's also coming with a pretty decent push, and it's going to be lead change number 66 of the line as Reddick's going to get them here. Let's see. So Reddick had the lead at the line. Now Michael McDowell's going to have to try and take it back here. Oh, I know. 17 to go. It's a long way to go for Michael McDowell, who's already in the spot that I want him to finish in. But it's going to be really tough at this point, because that is a long way to go. 4 Toyotas out the race are the only cars that got wrecked, which is a little funny. But here we go. We got some nice pushing going on here. Todd Gilliland's even worked his way back up into the top 10 after his poor pit stop there. I would say Penske's shown up today. They won both stages. Austin Spindrick got the first stage win. Joey Logano showed up and got stage win number 2. And Larry McReynolds. The last 9 Super Speedway, Daytona Talladega only, cautions for the last caution, coming at an average of 15 laps to go, and we're coming to 15 to go, of course. But, yeah, Penske's showing up today. Blaney had a speeding penalty earlier that kind of hurt his day, specifically, because I know Blaney's one we always look to at Talladega, mainly because of his insane photo finish wins that they've been showing us all day long here. Shane Van Gisbergen led a couple laps earlier in the race. But yeah, SVG ended up leading, I think it was 3 laps in total before he got shuffled out during the period where we were having a ton of lead changes. And now it's, and there we go, Michael McDowell up to the top. He's going to try and block the Toyotas now. If he can just ride this momentum. 15 laps to go. It's a long way to go. He goes down to the bottom here, trying to get the Ford push again. And the Ford seem really reluctant to try and give him much help. I mean, I know sometimes he's been able to get good pushes from Keselowski, but as I say, Keselowski seems hesitant to go and push here. Which seems really weird because Keselowski's normally not one to be worried about pushing too hard. But here we go. Coming down the back straightaway, you got McDowell. He's dancing up and down the lanes. And you got all those Toyotas lined up together. And now Mike McDowell back down to the bottom. He's going to let himself potentially lose a lead here. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that inside line not really easy here. And let's see. 100-plus race winless streak snapped at Talladega. Amarola in 2018. Harvick broke his winless streak here in 2010. And then McMurray back in 2013 also broke a 100-plus race winless streak here. And here we go. Let's see. And Michael McDowell gets back out in front. We're up to 69 lead changes. We're doing really well. I know mathematically we can't get to the record. So it really feels kind of like a moot point to even talk about the lead changes too much, but yeah, I'm sitting here listening, getting ready to go to work. Yep. And it's like, gotta love work, right? And here we go. 13 to go, coming to 12 laps remaining here, and Michael McDowell is dancing up and down the lanes here. Is there any way that let's see, where's Todd Gilliland at? Is there any way we can get a FRM 1-2 finish? I don't know if we can. Here we go, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take down the lead change thing because I don't think it's super important, and I'm going to be potentially recording a clip, so, because, yeah, as if McDowell ends up wrecking or winning this thing, I'm definitely going to want to record the clip. Oh, giant wreck, uh-oh, no, please, no, giant wreck, there's no caution out. I'm assuming you're just messing with me, Patrick. Alright. They're showing the replay of the 6-car wreck from a little while ago. Yeah, no, there's not a 28-car pile up here. Alright, here we go. Got that all doubled up. Well, I know my screen I know my TV is behind, so I'm always double checking when it comes to wrecks, and you would see a wreck before I see it, so. As I say, it's legitimate to question when you say there's a big wreck. And here we go. Let's see. Reddick versus McDowell. Oh, we got a couple cars popping out to that extreme top side, but it does not look like that. That third line has not been able to manifest itself here in these in this late run. Now that we have the ability to make it all the way on fuel. Michael McDowell, though, is absolutely putting on a clinic here today. Come on. Let's go, McDowell. Let's go. Michael McDowell. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, is I would not be shocked the way they're racing if there was a big wreck. That was the other thing that led to my genuine reaction there was, yeah, I could see it. Because, yeah, all these pushes, eventually one of them's going to go wrong. Just a question of when. Yeah, the broadcast booth themselves just brought up that McDowell's got to be careful when dancing up and down the lanes. You got to be very careful. Got to treat it almost like a bowling lane. If you're walking across the bowling lane, that thing's slick. You got to be careful. Figure throw out a bowling reference for you, Patrick. Something that you might be able to relate to there. And here we go, down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to try and keep going. 8 laps to go here for Michael McDowell. Can he do it? Is there a world where Michael McDowell could win this race? Is there a world where he can't win it? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of possibilities out here. I mean, say any of these pushes or blocks could go wrong. But, yeah, right now, though, Michael McDowell out in front of the field. So he is definitely looking like one of the fastest drivers out here. And he proved it on Saturday when he went and won the pole in both round 1, getting the fastest lap time in round 1, and then just edging out the two of Austin Cindric for that one. And it looks like Michael McDowell has secured most laps led on the day. Let's go. Michael McDowell, most laps led. And here we go. McDowell moving up and down the lanes once again here. Blocking both lines. And here we go. Let's see. He goes up to the top to cover off the Toyota run off the top here. First time since 2010 that Ford went 9 races into the season without winning a race, which is insane. Watch the third line all the way at the top. Okay, we'll have to wait and see if we see a third line here, but so far that third line has been really struggling to manifest itself. I'm seeing like 4 cars up there, but again, no real speed's been shown from them, basically since the last restart. 6 laps to go. Can we make it here? No more cautions. Come on. No more cautions. Just a good, hard race to the checkers. Reddick, McDowell, heads up. They got their 2 lines to push behind. And you know somebody's going to be bailing. And the good thing is that they can't bail on McDowell because they either go out of bounds or they go up into traffic. And here we go. Reddick is going to get there at the line this time. They're up to P10, yeah. And there we go. Shane Van Gisbergen popping out of line. That's going to be kind of the first thing I look for, is SVG popping out of line. He's been able to make some moves in that top line when he's moved up there in the past. But, we'll have to wait and see on this one. There's the run that we were looking for. Nice, good run for them. And there we go. Now they're up to the 4th spot on the outside line. I just don't know if they'll get there in time to make much of a move here. 72 lead changes, about to be 73 when Michael McDowell leads at the line this time, because I believe it's going to happen here. As we go across the line, it's going to be... No, it was Reddick by .009. Now Michael McDowell he's gotten clear. He's up in front of Reddick here. 4 laps to go. Come on. 4 laps to go. We just need to make it to the white at this point. White to make sure there's no overtime. And then after that, it's all about just make sure we get to this checkered flag without the 34 getting wrecked. But, yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen putting up a really good fight on that outside line. He got alongside Kyle Busch there for a moment before they started drifting back because of the lack of pushes from Elliott. And it looks like that time by it was a .007 for Michael McDowell. Come on, McDowell. I do not want to see him lose by .00 anything. I don't care how close it is. I don't want to see him on the wrong side of that one. And here we go. Yep, now the car. There we go. Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, both up to that outside line. They're starting to bring some fast cars up there, but they just can't seem to get organized. A little bit of misalignment there from Shane Van Gisbergen, and they lost about 5-6 spots here as they come down the stripe again this time. And once again, Reddick having the push to the line, and he's going to lead at the line. 2 laps to go. Michael McDowell, if you get there, get clear, block him in 3. We do not want to see Reddick being able to make that pass right at the line again. So you can work with your teammate now, but in turns 3 and 4, you need to do everything you can to try and get a block on that 45 car. And if you can't get it now, then you'll need to do it into turn 1 on the white flag lap. Come on, Michael. Let's go, McDowell. Come on. Here we go. Coming to the white flag. No caution. No caution. Race is going to be ending this lap. White flag is out. We get the white flag under green flag conditions. And here we go. Oh, wow. Someone's going really slow. Oh, that's the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. And here we go. And there's no chance to clear him. No. Uh-oh. Tyler Reddick, he's got the lead here. Come on, McDowell. Get the lead. Get out in front. He's got the nose out ahead. He has got the nose. He's got the clear. He's clear. Come on. Michael McDowell out in front. Let's go. Michael McDowell out in front of the field at Talladega. Brad Keselowski into second. Michael McDowell up to the top. Tries to block. He's gone. Now he's wrecked. No. No. Michael McDowell wrecks on the last lap trying to win this one. And that is going to end the race. Tyler Reddick wins it. And everybody else is destroyed. And so is my spirit. That was disheartening. Stenhouse comes away with a top 5. Let's go. Congratulations to Tyler Reddick on that one. And man, McDowell should have just committed to his run. If you lose, you lose. And that wreck is gonna end up just killing the points day there for Michael McDowell. I mean, hey, you had a shot to win that race. I thought we had it. But there we go. Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan going to be celebrating together in Victory Lane as their driver, Tyler Reddick, takes his car to Victory Lane. And I don't even know. Kyle Busch got caught up in it too. Come on. Come on. And there we go. 17 races ago since, it's been 17 races since Reddick's last win. Snaps a 17-race winless streak there. And, come on, Tyler, can we not burn it down while there's a car wrecked right there, please? Ended up being 73 lead changes there. But, yeah, okay, let's see. We get a replay here. And let's see. Is there anything McDowell could have done to still win the race and not wreck himself? So he got out ahead. He got too far out ahead. First off, that was his first problem. He needed to keep Keselowski closer. He goes up the track to block. And then Keselowski makes the great move down to the bottom. And Michael McDowell just tries to come too far down the track to try and block. Yeah, I think he just needed to try and ride it out higher. And sure, maybe it doesn't end up working out for you, but I think you need to try and just ride it out on the top, and it could have worked for him. That is a... Oh, man, that is a dagger right there. Don't even know what to say at this point. Alfredo with the top 10. There we go. Yeah, that's a positive. And Michael McDowell, again, for the second week in a row, Michael McDowell crashes while fighting for the lead. And for the second week in a row, the only person I have really to blame is either last week it was the track, I guess, and then this week it's all Michael McDowell. I mean, Michael made that mistake, and here we go. Let's see. That is a very clean race car for a Talladega race win. And there he is. Tyler Reddick climbs out the car. Good job, Tyler Reddick. He made all the right moves there. 73 lead changes on the day. And yeah. I don't know. I mean, man, come on. So close. I do not want to check my messages right now. Let's see. Alright, we will be going through, as usual, the top, all the finishing positions. So if you guys want to know where your favorite driver finished, or as of what we have is finishing, we can go ahead and check those. But yeah, I'm dejected here. But if you guys just came for the race recap, or the actual race reaction, thank you guys for stopping by. But again, we will be going through every single finisher. Reddick hands away the checkered flag, and yep, there we go. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. So Tyler Reddick wins the race. Brad Keselowski second. Third place, Noah Gragson. A great finish there for Noah Gragson. Fourth place, Stenhouse. Fifth, Alex Bowman. Sixth, Anthony Alfredo. Alfredo with a great finish there. Seventh, William Byron. Eighth, Todd Gilliland came home eighth. Wow, okay. Daniel Hemrick 9th. Harrison Burton comes home 10th. 11th for Martin Truex Jr. 12th, Chase Briscoe. 13th is Ryan Preece. 14th, Ross Chastain. And rounding out your top 15 is Chase Elliott. Some good days for a lot of people there. The Stewart Haas cars looked really good throughout the day. I mean, even Josh Berry in 16th. I mean, all four of their cars up inside the top 16. I mean, that's a pretty good day there. Host of R continuing a very good rookie campaign in the number 77 car. Comes home 17th. Ryan Blaney 18th after that speeding penalty. Recovers for this one. Ty Gibbs after that move up to the top line late. Cost him a bunch of spots. He comes home 19th. Kyle Larson with the penalty to start the race comes home 20th place after starting the race essentially one lap behind the race. They're talking with Brad Keselowski. I want to see this. I think it's played out. Yeah, great pushes from Gragson. Compliments Gragson. Good. Absolutely should be. And we cleared the Toyotas. Yep. I mean, again, McDowell should have tried to make that move up to block Reddick at some point, and he just wasn't making it. But yeah. Yeah, the second move for McDowell, and that's just... Yeah, again, the second move for McDowell is what cost him there, and it's just disheartening here. But, again, I think... And everything Keselowski said is accurate. Like, hate it for him. Nothing he could really have done about that because he was getting pushed by Gragson, and nothing Gragson did wrong to keep pushing. It was just no one anticipated that he was going to try and make that move. Yeah, Cindric comes home 21st. 22nd, Cody Ware in his return to the Cup Series. Chris Buescher comes home 23rd. 24th, Kyle Busch. 25th, Daniel Suarez. Shane Van Gisbergen gets scored unofficially in 26th place. 27th, Zane Smith. 28th, Austin Dillon. 29th, Joey Logano. And rounding out your top 30 is Michael McDowell. Corey LaJoie, the final car on the lead lap, in 31st place. BJ McLeod finishes the race one lap behind the race. John Hunter Nemechek 4 laps behind the race in 33rd spot. Justin Haley in 34th. 35th was held by Eric Jones, the last or the last driver to retire from the race prior to the big one at the end. Bubba Wallace coming home 36th, 34 laps off the pace. Denny Hamlin 34 laps off the pace as well when they all got collected in that wreck, and then Christopher Bell out 56 laps shy of the checkered flag here, and man, just a bummer. Again, he was so close to that victory. I legitimately don't know how much more he could have done to try and get that one. And, oh, whoa! I didn't even see that one. Corey LaJoie slid almost half the start-finish line there, halfway from the restart box to the start-finish line on his side. And, yeah, Travis Peterson absolutely upset over that one. I can't say I don't know how it feels because, definitely disappointing here. But, yeah, that's going to be it from me for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. We will be back. It's only going to be one race next week, but I will try and get some kind of content for you to help fill out the weekend schedule. So look for something either Friday or Saturday for content. Maybe something else midweek. We'll see. Schedules have been a little iffy as of recently, but until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys had to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!